Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All educational videos and tutorials. Today we will see how and when you can use Scratch block, which is called Clear Sound Effects. So this block clear all the sound effects which you have added on your sound before with some of the blocks which we have explained previously, and those are pitch effects and something like that. So those blocks change your sound into some other sound, but if you want to go back to the original sound, the first one, the one with you have started, then you have to clear sound effects. And I think this is the last of the sound effects blocks, so finally we are finishing those. So let's see that in action. I will use the cat sprite, and so I will hide all the others. Okay, so let's have cat on our center, and let's just have a short reminder how some effects works, because we need to clear those. First you need to add them. If you need them, then add them, change the sound, but later if you want to go back to the original sound, you have to clear that sound effects. So by default my play sound or start sound, play sound meow. No, I have already changed it, sorry. This was the original. Okay, so now this would happen when you click play sound meow until down if you haven't changed it. It is like this, and for example your game designer or you yourself say, okay, I need it a little bit higher, let's change the pitch to 100 and see how then it plays. So first set the pitch effect and then play sound, and now it's much different. So we have changed this. So for example I can add this to when my game starts. Let my cat meows in some kind of higher voice like this. And I need to disconnect my soundtrack. So okay, my game designer says, okay, that's cool. When our game starts, our cat gives us some kind of high meow voice, but later when I click on this sprite, I want it to say meow like it was lower, like it was in the original. So what will happen now when I press my sprite on the screen? So again, just look at what we have coded here and what, for example, our game designer wants from us. When the game starts, that means when I press this green arrow, I want to hear cat meowing in high pitch effect. That's all cool. And when my cat sprite is clicked, let that cat play sound meow. Okay. Oh, but we have a problem now. It's again very high. So we have started with this, and then it turned into this. So from this lower sound, it goes faster. So now our game designer says, okay, this is cool for the start, but later I don't want that sound to be that fast and that high. Go back to 0. So one way I think to do it is by using again something which we have learned in previous video. Maybe we could turn it on again back to 0, and that would be one kind of solution. I'm just showing you one kind of solution, so it goes higher when game starts, and when I press it, yeah, it goes back to 0, to no effects. That's all cool for this, for example, cat when this sprite is clicked. But just to be sure, or maybe to make it easier, or to make it workable all the time, you will sometimes need these clear sound effects. Again, I have shown you how to use this same block set pitch effect, but turning it from 100 to 0, but you can also use, and this would be much better, to clear sound effects. So what we have done here is that we have first changed the effect to some kind of pitch effect 100, and then played the sound. But then I have added, okay, after that, clear sound effect, and then play the sound without sound effect. So sometimes this clear sound effect I have used, you can use it here with clear sound effect or set pitch effect 1 to 0. It will give the same result, and you have learned that also now, to achieve the same result with using different blocks. But sometimes this is much better, and also because I could use different kind of effects here. So for example, I could use here set pitch effect and set pan left right, so couple of different effects. And if I don't use clear sound effects, I would have to delete all of those, or make them 0 with set pitch effect, set pan left, and so on. So you can get confused and messy. Here it's much easier to clear all the sound effects with this one block, this one thing, because again, you can have as many of those. You can first go 10, then go maybe later I would use it somewhere like here, set it to 50 or something like that, and so on. So to avoid all of that confusion or something like that, it's easiest to use clear sound effects, and that will delete all of those pitch or pan left right effect which we have added before. So you use it to go back to the original sound. And again, maybe it's not so visible when you have this one short sound, but for example, if you remember how this banana worked, so yeah, this sound goes crazy fast. So if I want to go back to starting sound, I would use later clear sound effects and so on. So it clears that instantly, so I don't have to type okay, change it to +10 or go to 0 or something like that. And again, you can use it in your game in different ways when you, for example, combine some kind of music elements, or if you make some kind of music games, I don't know. The possibilities are endless, but in general, this clear sound effects removes all of those change pitch or change pan left right effects, and it clears them. It's like deleting them, go to 0. So sometimes you will need it, sometimes you won't. Use it when you need it, simple as that. See you in next videos, but I think I have only 1 or 2 scratch videos left to finish explaining all of those scratch blocks so far. I think we haven't explained the lists. Here, make a list, and maybe 1 or 2 operators or sensing blocks, but we will see that soon. Thanks for watching and see you soon.